Hi, good morning. How are you? Steve Greenhouse at stevegreenhouse.com. This is a little video. I just want to, I'm putting a new page together on my website after yesterday's little debacle of losing all my content. Somebody asked me how I actually maintain a positive attitude. It doesn't happen overnight, I can assure you. 10 years ago I'd have probably thrown the computer out the window, but you've learned with time that if you can control your attitude when bad things happen to you, you probably get a better outcome. And I built my attitude and maintain my attitude predominantly in the early days through reading positive mental attitude books. And I like to think of it as a positive charge, or keeping on top of things. And the way I was trained into utilising this, somebody actually suggested that our heads, or our brains, our minds, are this huge great pot of white paint. And every time somebody says a negative comment, like, well, that'll never work, or, you're still playing with that. You've heard them all, I've heard them all. That's like somebody putting a little dab of black paint in your pot of white paint. Now, however much you try to keep the lid on it, these little flecks of black paint get into your paint pot. If you mix it up, that beautiful white paint has gone grey. Now, if somebody just puts, it's like putting gravy, browning into the gravy. If you put a little tip on the end of your knife and mix that in, the gravy goes a gorgeous brown. But once you put that little fleck of black paint into your paint pot, can you imagine how much white you have to put back in there to get everything back to where you were? It's a huge amount. And the amount of positive that you need to counteract all that negative input is absolutely incredible. And I use books and videos nowadays to not only put the white paint back in, but to like get my shields up. And once you've got a sufficiency of white paint or positive attitude, the black just seems to bounce off and you can handle it and deal with it better. But you need a huge positive input to start with. And if you think of it, all our lives we are programmed negatively. Oh, you'll never amount to much. Oh, don't try that. You know, even our parents, oh, you better not do that, you know, you don't want to be disappointed. Well, so you don't try, so you don't do, so you're never excited. You're just failing by giving up. And that's terrible. So we have a huge amount to overcome after all that negative input. And as I say, I use little books like this. I don't know if you can see that, can you? The Go-Getter. Yeah, fabulous little book. Very easy to read. It doesn't preach at you. It's a lovely little story about a man who's come home from, I won't tell you anymore, get it yourself and read it. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a list of all the books that I've found useful and that I recommend. And if you go back to one of my earlier blogs, I'll put a link on the page as well. And it's the story. It's getting to know your books, or getting to know the tools in your toolbox. And in these businesses that we're running, I consider my books, my tapes, my videos as tools in a toolbox, much like a carpenter does with his box of screwdrivers, drills, chisels, saws. Now, if a carpenter came on site with a hammer and nothing else, you probably wouldn't think he was going to do a very good job, especially not if you've hired him to hang doors, you know. He might just need a chisel, possibly a screwdriver, and hey, I suggest a plane. But you understand where I'm coming from. If you don't know, if the carpenter's got all the tools but he doesn't know which tool to use for the job, he ain't going to get the job done. And it's the same here. And if you bring people into your business and you don't know what tools to recommend them, you're not helping them. So even if you have the most sparkly positive attitude ever, You know, if you are Mr. Positive, if you don't know your tools, how would you recommend the right book or the right video to somebody who doesn't have your strength, you know? So you've got to get to know the tools in your toolbox as well. Anyway, enough of me. Look below this video and you'll see a huge great list of books. I've put links into Amazon if you want to buy some, which will extend the description. And I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it is of some benefit to you, and I hope you understand where I get and how I keep my attitude. Okay? Nice to talk to you again. I'll see you soon. I hope you enjoy it as well. Leave some comments if you do. Alright, take care. Bye.